these things happened to the so-called Native Americans. Let's read about it real quick. Let's read Deuteronomy 28, 27-1 real quick. Because he's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel and these biblical prophecies that will happen to us for turning our backs on God, right? So the Native Americans were enslaved, and so were the blacks. Ain't it crazy that we got the same history? There's nothing strange about that. All right, read.
This is the book of this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 1. And Moses with the elders of Israel.
With the elders of who?
Elders of Israel.
So, bro, Nate, who is God talking to right here? Read it one more time.
And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying.
Moses with the elders of who? Who is the Jewish people? We got to deal with these things, right? Who is Jewish people? Tell me. Keep it real. You can't give an answer? Who walks around today calling themselves Jewish? The white man. Yeah, for real. Tell it straight. They say that they God's people, right? Okay, so we're gonna. That's what they say. So look, let's look at what we finna find out if they truly God's chosen people, the Jewish man. So no, I want you to stay back in Deuteronomy 28:15. Now we're gonna use this in the Bible to prove if they are Jewish people. Let's read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
To the so-called Jewish people, if you don't keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments, read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Mr. Jewish man, you will be cursed if you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, right? You know some of the law, statutes, and commandments? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, right? Thou shalt not commit adultery, so forth and so on, right? So let's read on. Verse 16. We're going to really see.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Mr. Jewish man, the so-called white man, right? The white man, the Caucasians, right? You will be cursed in the city called.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
You will have to live around drugs, where you will have police brutality, where you have alcohol in your communities, where you will be raped, robbed, and murdered, so-called Jewish men. Now, is that going on to them, or is that going on to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans? That sound like the so-called minorities, right? So hold on, wait a minute. So Jewish people ain't cursed in the city because they got the best communities. You understand? They got the best communities. They rule the world. Right? Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
So, Mr. Jewish man, you will be cursed, Mr. White man, if you break my commandments. You're going to pick cotton in the fields, on the sugarcane plantations, tobacco plantations, right, and all that, if you don't keep my commandments. Who did that happen to? Who did it happen to? Natives and blacks. So, who is the Jewish man? The white man. They not God's chosen people according to the Bible. That's us. They stole our identity. We just read in the scripture that they will oppress a man and his heritage and take everything away from us. Right. Yes, and even turning Jesus into a white man, bro.
Can I say something?
Yeah, what's your name, sis?
How you doing, my brother?
What's going on?
I'm Janine, okay?
You're Janine. All right, stick with me, bro.
I just want to interrupt. I'm just shopping the homeless people right now. I'm German, Irish, Jew, Afro-American, and Native.
What's your father?
He comes from Georgia.
Right, Georgia, right?
And his mother is 100% Cherokee. And my mother is German, Irish, and Jew.
Right.
So where do I fit as a mother?
This is God ain't the author confusion. We're going to show you right now.
Thank you, Lord.
Right, because look, Brother Nate, right? What they do today, they take genealogy based upon the Jewish people. They take genealogy based upon your mother, right? And then today they say, if you want to find out who you truly are, let's do a DNA test.
Exactly.
A 23andMe. But let's see. Read. And that's the legal in Israel today, right?
My
Read.
sister did it.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
This is how God tells us to identify the race of people we're from. Read.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
By the house of who?
Their fathers.
Right. So our forefathers, we declare our heritage, our pedigree by the race of our father.
That's right.
It is the seed. It's the seed of the father to determine the nationality. There's no such thing. I'm half and half. I'm half black. I'm half white. I'm half Native American. No, you are what your father is.
I'm Afro-American. I claim that all day long.
All praises. So guess what? If your father's a so-called black man from Georgia, from the South,
the first black man to have a
right.
black
So
and
look,
white TV.
that means look, you identify yourself right here on the sign. Step back. Look at the sign. You identify yourself as Judah according to the race of your father. Your father's a Native American, right, bro, Nate? So you identify yourself as what? Gad.
Okay, but
And you're full-blooded Native American, right?
Okay, but what about his
So
mother?
now,
His mother
hold
is
on.
100% chill.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.